Okay, everybody, we're doing our 2020 coronavirus lawn care setup, and this is not what we're gonna be cutting grass with this year, but we'll give y'all a little sneak peek into our life a little bit. That's Legion, that's Legend, that's Legacy, and I also can't leave out my older two kids, Dominance. He is in the military right now, and my daughter, Freedom, she's probably at home. She's 18, so I have 5 kids, and I'm just giving y'all a quick rundown into the life of. This is a 2019 Sportsman 850. It's a Polaris. We haven't had it that long. Just got it actually. Got a real good deal on it because it was a year older, but it never had been run, so it's pretty much brand new. Nobody ever, driven it or anything. And over here, here's this is the four-wheeler that they pretty much share, and this is it's basically like Chinese. They call it a tail or something like that. Yeah.
I drive my little car,
You can what car?
like the car upstairs.
Oh, I don't see it. Turn that off though, because the battery goes dead. Yeah. So pretty much, yeah. So, but enough of that. You guys probably don't care about ATVs, but we are going to show you the lawn care setup for 2020. And I'm going to do a little walk by so y'all can kind of see. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to explain each piece of equipment. But first, we're going to start with the truck that's going to be pulling all of this. And that is 2017 Ram 1500. Like I say, it's not the big horn. It doesn't have leather. It's just the work truck. And this is what's going to be pulling it this year. And this trailer is the next thing. It is a 14-foot long. I think it's 6.5 foot wide. I'm not 1,000% sure, but this will be the trailer that we use this year. This right here is an Exmark Radius. This is the E series, so basically just kind of more basic series. You know what I mean? And it is powered by a commercial Exmark motor, which is pretty much they use it also. I think Toro uses it. It's a 24.5 horsepower motor. This one has about 10 hours on it. Maybe 12, 15, something like that. That one up there has a little bit more hours on it because that's the one I most of the time the one I use, you know. But they're identical. One I bought in 2017, which is this one, and then one I purchased in 2018. So the difference this year that we're going to do that I've never done before, let me explain to you guys. What I'm going to do is, let me show you. Over here, I put in a mulching kit on this one right here. And this right here is the mulching kit that I put in. And with this mulching kit, I cut the neighbor's yard, and this obviously, I've never used one before, but it seems like it's gonna probably be really good for what we're trying to do. You know, just leave less grass, just get out of there faster when we're doing yards, not having to have as much stuff to blow. But it's an Exmark mulching kit. Oh, I did forget to mention these are 52 inches. Sorry if I mentioned, forget something, but sometimes that happens. These are 52 inches. And this one has about just shy of 300, so maybe about 280 hours on it. And to be honest with you, I haven't had one problem with it. I can't sit here and compare it to other commercial mowers because very simple. reason is I've never had any more commercial mowers. I've had John Deere's, I've had some Toros that were not commercial, you know, zero turn, but I've never had. This is the first commercial mower I've ever had, and I haven't had any problem, not one. I mean, not just nothing. I mean, nothing at all. It cuts, it cuts. Obviously, it probably should because, you know, it only has 200 and something hours on it. But, you know, sometimes you do have problems with mowers, even, you know, with that little bit of hours. So those are the zero turns that we're going to be running. I would say probably 80 to 90% of the time, I'm going to be running this one because this one is, I put the motion kit on it. And you obviously can tell that was a lot more dirty, you know what I mean? But there's times where I'll definitely be using this one to, you know, have a little bagger if I'm gonna bag up some grass, you know. And we'll move over to the push mowers that we're gonna use if we have to go in some gates. I don't have many gates. I usually have a limit. I just don't do a lot of gates. I'm gonna do more because, you know, my kids are home. I want to pay them or let them cut the back of the yards, pretty much. And that's just how we're gonna roll. They're not in school. They're just doing little packets right now because of this coronavirus thing. But this is what we're gonna be running. This is a 160cc Craftsman, has the Honda motor on it. I got this from Lowe's. This one, you guys probably know. I had two of these. This is the other one I sold, but now I'm using this one, 10 horsepower. Time, I think it's Time Master. These have always been good for me. Like I say, I would never recommend this for someone that's going to be just doing full lawn care, and that's they're using it really, you know, a whole lot because they're made for residential use. But if you're doing a few yards, I won't have no more than 10 yards that are yards that I have to get the, you know, the mower in the gate. So I just don't have a lot of them. So, you know, it won't be overused. A lot of times we use it in the fall when we're just sucking up leaves, you know. But now we'll move on to the stick equipment. There's a few things I did leave out. It's still inside the garage, but I didn't want to just bring everything out. Stick equipment. This is our main edger that we use. I've had it for about 2 years. It is a, you can see, a 96. As you can see, which I'm trying, you know, 96. I'm trying to twist it over, so I'm sorry, you guys. FC 96. Yeah, I should probably remember, but I don't. And this is just so traditional. Oh, not this one. This is the new, for sure, the baddest weed eater I've ever used in my life. I think it's too powerful, to be honest. My God, it's a 3020T Echo. I used to use a FS100 steel, and then up here we have just a regular. I hope you can see it. The sun's blinding me, so it's hard for me to show. But just a regular 225. Everybody knows about these. You can get them for $150 to $200 at Lowe's. I've had that for about 2 years. So 2 years. This is brand new. 1 year. I did, like I say, forget to bring out the blower, put the blowers on here, so my setup doesn't look as good as it should. But I promise you, I will take you in here in the garage, and I will let you. That's another thing I can tell you guys about. I actually just purchased this from a friend. I just did. So this will be kind of the backup truck. If I have to, that goes in the shop for whatever reason, which it shouldn't have many problems because it's only got about 30-some thousand miles on it. And it just runs pretty good. But if I have some really dirty jobs or mulch jobs or, you know, something crazy popping up, we will be using this old Dakota. Starts right up, no problem. Needs a little bit of, you know, stuff, but it's a work truck. This is a perfect work truck. It's not too, you know, it's like a 2002. So this will be a backup. Next, let me get you guys over here. It's dark in here, I'm sorry, but I know the video's getting long, but this is one of the main blowers that we'll be using, PB8010. Later on this year, we'll be getting a, I think it's the 800 steel to compare, and this is kind of, I've had that since last year, obviously, because it just came out. And then also, Everybody knows these. 600. I've had this, man, probably longer than all the equipment I've had. 600 BR 600 steel backpack blower. So that is, and then obviously I have a few other things I want to show you. I don't cut trees down. I'm not a tree person, so don't laugh. But I do have this. I do have a electric saw, Echo, and every blue moon something's in my way and I might cut it, or somebody might say cut that little, and then I'll go grab it. This right here is the bush trimmer that we'll be using, you know, and also the other bush trimmer. You guys might hate me, but I'll show you. There's a pole saw over there, but I don't use it. That stuff is just used on case by case. But last but not least, nothing big, probably the smallest, is this electric. I love this. No problems at all. Lots of power. I've got 3 batteries for it. Amazing machine. So we bush trim with those 2 bush trimmers, and these are, you know, the batteries and the chargers. So that's it. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. That's the 2020 lawn care setup for ABF junk removal and lawn care. Sorry I'm breathing all heavy and stuff, but you guys, if you follow my channel, you know I'm a super fat dude. I'm over 400 pounds, and they chopped my leg off because I got in a motorcycle accident like 5 years ago. So, you know, it's a little hard for me to walk sometime, but even though it's hard, it doesn't stop me. So everybody, stay motivated and stay getting money. Subscribe, share the video. We'll have more stuff to come. And thanks for everybody just sitting and watching. Hope you like what you see.